In Philippians chapter 4, the Apostle Paul encourages and instructs the churches at Philippi with these words. In verse 6, he says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God which surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ." And pain and struggle and difficulty are normal to the human experience, and even more so promised in the Christian experience. Jesus is going to warn us that in this world we will have difficulty, we will struggle. And the Apostle Paul gives us the answer to how to deal with those times of struggle and of difficulty in our life. He says, pray. For a Christian, prayer is like breathing, it's like air. In another place, Paul is going to say, pray continually, as often as you breathe in and you breathe out, to be in conversation with the Lord. And now he's going to instruct this church specifically not to just do that on your own, but be together in community, praying for and with one another. Bring your difficulties to the Lord. And this is a basic element to all of life together. And so we want this to be a reality in our gospel communities and our community groups. In your group, let me ask you this question. Do you have a time where you've set apart and prioritized prayer and accountability together? One of our values, one of our DNA distinctives for our groups is that we would be an authentic community, that we would share the common things of life in common, and that together our groups would be a safe place to struggle. Well, there's really no more beautiful and safe of a time to confess struggle than in times where you know your brothers and sisters are going to be lifting you up in prayer. And if you've ever experienced that, if you've ever shared a struggle and heard somebody labor for you in prayer directly after you share that struggle, it's so encouraging. God does something. He moves, He unifies, He encourages when we pray with and for one another out loud on a regular basis. It's something that's a rhythm of community life together. We talk about it as one of our gospel habits. Pursuing God through prayer is a normal habit of the Christian experience. And so what prayer does together, it helps to take relationships beyond surface level to a more deep and authentic place. We're really struggling together, really sharing life together. Sharing life together does that, but sharing your struggles and praying together also accomplishes this deeper level of relationships that I think we all really are looking for when we become a part of a smaller community group. And so that's why it's important. And I hope you would ask yourself, okay, do we prioritize prayer together? Are we praying for one another? If not, how can we do so? So next week we'll talk about how to prioritize that, how to structure your group in such a way that makes sense of this command and instruction to pray together. Love you very much, and we'll talk to you more next time.